What's up, everyone? It's your boy NS Racing 95, aka Nathan Sapien here, and welcome everyone to Talladega Super Speedway as we get set for the qualifying part-time race to see if it will make it into the Anti-Task Force 500. The first race after the All-Star break, and we are here at Talladega Super Speedway. It's gonna be a good one, 10-lap shootout, and the top 4 will advance into race number 9 on the season. I'm joined by Travis Crampton up here in the booth. So, Travis, what do you think we will see you in this part-time race? 16 drivers, 10 laps here at Talladega.
Well, these guys, they're going to be flat out on the gas for all these 10 laps. They're going to give it their all to make it into the race tonight, or today, I should say. And I feel like that because these guys are going to be going so hard, it might produce some good racing, but also it can produce some dangerous situations for crashes as well. These guys, fighting for every spot.
And very true. The part-timer that has made the most start this season is Tristan. He's made 5 out of the 8 races so far before the All-Star break. We just have to wait and see if we can make another one here today at Talladega Super Speedway. Pace car is on to pit road, and I will leave the field in the hands of Clark McKee and the number 81 of Sayed Diaz. In the part-time qualifying race for race 9 on the season, who will make it into the Anti-Task Force 500 at Talladega. Let's find out right here right now at Talladega Super Speedway. All the way 4 wide on lap number 1. 3 and 4 wide already. Remy and Fisher in the 35 barely led that number 1. And I did not think we were going to see this all the way 4 wide on lap number 1 at Talladega. And now they fan it back down.
Well, I said it. They're going to be very antsy. It's only 10 laps, so they gotta make positions or stay up front, because it's a very short race. It's Talladega, so it's cycle racing. If you're out front, then and you have to stay there. If you get cycled back, then you have to work your way all the way back up to the front again. And as you see, the 46, the newly crowned champion of the Krispy Kreme Series, Eric Monaco, start to fall back. You saw him start up in that 4th position. And like I said, once you get up on that top side, you are going to the back.
Yeah, the new champ, Eric Monaco, the Season 2 Krispy Kreme Series champ, trying to make it into the first Cup Series race after, well, since that championship race. But right now it's not looking too good for this 46 machine, and oh boy, it's not looking really good right now, especially in the middle of a 4 wide situation.
Ooh, really close right there between the 35 and the 54. One of the trouble spots is off of 4, but also right here down the front stretch, a lot of times people can get a little bit too close to their quarter panels, but it looks like they're going to settle it back down. Back to 3 wide as you see the 62 of Nonigan Scott to the race lead, followed by the 93 of Lane Sanders.
I don't think Lane Sanders has made a Rebel Cup Series race yet this season. If he has, it's only been 1 start, so he would love to make it into the show here today at Talladega. But one driver that has had crap luck in these part-time races has been the teammate, technically, Remy and Fisher in the number 35 part-time car for Front Row Motorsports. He's not had a good, and he's not had a fun time in these part-time races, but he would love to make it into the top 4 here at Talladega. But right now, Clark McKee out front in the number 25 for Evans Gardner Motorsports.
Yep, and as we cross the line next time by, we'll mark the halfway point in this race. and the field has definitely been shumbled up. As you see, the 81 who started on the outside pole has got himself back up into the front. And as I say, that gets put into the middle by the 96 of Ace Garcia. But as you say, like I said, cycle racing. You're going to go to the back, you're going to go to the front. You're going to go to the back, you're going to go to the front. It's all about where you place your car for the last few laps.
And for Ace Garcia, he was sixth last time by, and he's going to gain 6 spots in 1 lap. And Ace Garcia will lead at the halfway point, 5 laps down, 5 laps to go in this part-time qualifying race. Right now, the top 4 would be Ace Garcia, Logan Williams, who is freshly off of winning the Coca-Cola 600, the last points-paying race in the Rebel Cup Series. Matt Marco in 3rd, and right now a battle for 4th. And for that last transfer spot, Charlie Davenport barely has it over Clump McKee.
Yep, and then there's that driver that you talked about earlier, the 40 of Tristan Allen, the one who has made the most starts. As we see the 53 go to pit road, Jacob Thibodeau having an issue.
Tough break for Thibodeau for Wick Rail Racing. He was on the inside lane, moving his way up to the front, and unfortunately, that's gonna take him out of making it into race number 9 on the season. That didn't really hold up too many people, but it did hold up a couple of drivers beyond him, and especially for Nottingham Scott in the number 62. He might not be able to make it into the show now because of that.
Yeah, tough break for that number 62. Nottingham Scott, definitely not what he wanted there. Unfortunate circumstances for sure. And as we head up to only a few laps to go now, these guys definitely need to get their antsy a little bit more turned up. As you see the 54 and the 7 of Christian Russell now appear out of nowhere. I've seen Christian Russell be up front in this race. Also the 27 of Nick Kennedy. So good to see some new faces, or well, new cars up in the front, I guess you would say. Now the 77 goes to block the 54.
And Nick Kennedy, I'm pretty sure he did make it into the Daytona 500 all the way back in May. Sure, that was in the duels, but still, that showed that he has a lot of talent on these super speedways, and he's trying to make the most of it here and make it into the show, but he might be making his move too early, because we still have 2 laps to go. Let's not by here at Talladega, and Landon Smith Jr. in the number 77 that is out front.
Ever since that 53 had issues, these guys have calmed down. As you now, it's just double file from basically second on back as they start to clear the 77, and it's still double file. Almost these guys are waiting towards the last lap to get any move done. As you see the 54 and the 35 make a move, as I was saying that. So now it is go time for these drivers to try to get up into the top 4 and transfer.
Coming to 1 lap to go. Say Diaz to the inside of Lamy and Fisher. No, a block, but he can't get there. Say Diaz to the inside, white flag, final lap here in the part-time qualifying race. And the funny thing is, last time by they were all double file, and now they are 3 by 3 by 3 throughout this entire pack.
And here comes that 93. We got to watch for that bubble spot. The 35, Ramian Fisher. The 93, the 46. And anyone in between there, almost 4 wide for that 4th spot. At 4 wide for that 4th spot. Oh boy.
4 wide now, 3 wide. Logan Williams, he won the Coca-Cola 600. Now he's trying to make it into race 9 on the season here at Talladega. And he's going to easily do it.
46 trying to help his teammate.
And he will. Say Diaz wins yet another part-time qualifying race. Lane Singh is in 2nd. Logan Williams, fresh off of winning the Coca-Cola 600, will make another start this season. And thanks to MBM Motorsports teammates, Ben Dover in the number 66 will make it into the Anti-Task Force 500 at Talladega Superspeedway for race 9 on the season. A wild part-time race, and that was only 10 laps. We have 50 laps in the main event lay on delay. Holy smokes.
I'm surprised we didn't even see a crash, because early on they immediately went 4 wide on the first lap and did a whole lap of 4 wide. So great driving from all these drivers, showing a lot of heart and willingness to fight for that top four to get into the race.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Ace Garcia on back would not they were not able to make it into the show. Nolan Scott got held up the most by Jacob Thibodeau. I don't know what happened to the 53. He was able to go back out on track, but was one lap down, so I don't know if he had a tire issue or what. But that's unfortunate for Jacob Thibodeau. He will not make it into the show. But for Say Diaz, Lane Sanders, Logan Williams, and Ben Dover, they will all make it into race number 9 on the season and to kick off the second half of the regular season and the race to the chase. So, thank you guys so much for watching here at Talladega Super Speedway. Thanks for Travis for joining me up in the booth. He will be with me for the call for race number 9 on the season and for the Anti-Task Force 500. It's going to be a good one. 8 races left to the chase, and it's gonna be a good, it's gonna be a wild one for sure later on today here at Talladega Super Speedway. For 12 Scranton, congratulations to Say Diaz, Lane Sanders, Logan Williams, and Ben Dover for making it into the show. And until later on today, for race 9 on the season for the Red Bull Cup Series, we will see you guys then. Bye!